Welcome, history enthusiasts, to an extraordinary voyage through the annals of medical history. Today, on July 14th, 2025, we invite you to join us on a captivating exploration of two monumental figures who forever altered humanity's understanding. Of the human body, Claudius Galen, the ancient master, and Andreas Vesalius, the Renaissance trailblazer. This journey will take us from the dusty scrolls of antiquity to the vibrant intellectual awakening of the 16th century. Tracing the evolution of medicine into a science grounded in observation and evidence to guide us. Meet my faithful companion, the skeletal model, Andy. This intricately assembled figure, crafted piece by piece from a challenging puzzle, mirrors the painstaking efforts of early scientists as they unraveled the mysteries of anatomy. With Andy by my side, we'll travel back to ancient times, witness the rigid doctrines that once ruled, and celebrate the bold breakthroughs that reshaped medicine. Prepare to be inspired by tales of curiosity, courage, and discovery. And let's embark on this enlightening adventure together. Our story begins in 129 AD in the bustling city of Pergamum, located in what is now modern-day Turkey, where Claudius Galen was born. This brilliant physician rose to prominence as the personal doctor to Roman gladiators, a role that immersed him in the gritty reality of treating severe injuries, fractured bones, deep stab wounds, and torn muscles. His hands-on experience in the amphitheaters of Rome provided a wealth of practical knowledge, which he meticulously documented in over 60 voluminous works. These writings became the cornerstone of medical education for centuries, shaping the minds of healers across the ancient world. However, significant limitation defined Galen's work. Roman law strictly forbade the dissection of human bodies. Compelled to adapt, Galen turned to dissecting pigs and monkeys, animals whose anatomies he assumed were close enough to humans. This reliance led to several critical inaccuracies, as the subtle differences between species went unnoticed or misinterpreted. Among his most enduring contributions and misconceptions was the theory of the four humors: blood, phlegm, yellow, bile, and black bile. Galen posited that health hinged on maintaining a delicate balance among these fluids, with body temperature serving as a key indicator. If a patient was too hot, cooling measures were prescribed. If too cold, warming remedies were applied. This holistic yet flawed framework dominated medical practice for over 1,500 years. Compounding this stagnation, the remarkably precise anatomical drawings of Leonardo da Vinci, created in the late 1400s during the early Renaissance, were tragically concealed. These masterpieces, which offered a glimpse into the true structure of muscles and organs, were locked away in the Vatican archives for nearly 3 centuries after Da Vinci's death. Without access to this revolutionary work, the medical community lacked the tools to challenge Galen's authority, leaving the field entrenched in dogma. Medicine remained a discipline of faith rather than fiction until a young visionary named Andreas Vesalius stepped forward to ignite a new era. The tide began to turn with the birth of Andreas Vesalius in 1514 in the vibrant city of Brussels, Belgium. From a remarkably young age, Vesalius displayed an insatiable curiosity about the human form. By 14, he was boldly sneaking into graveyards and gallows, where the bodies of executed criminals hung, to conduct secret dissections. Armed with rudimentary tools and a fearless spirit, he meticulously studied bones, laying the foundation for his lifelong passion. This daring pursuit, though risky and unconventional, set him apart as a pioneer even before formal education. At 19, Vesalius enrolled in the prestigious University of Paris, where he delved deeper into medical studies, sketching anatomical details from whatever resources he could access. However, the outbreak of war disrupted his education, forcing him to return to the University of Louvain. Undeterred, his talents shone through, and at just 23 years old, he was appointed professor of anatomy at the University of Padua in Italy, a renowned hub of intellectual innovation. At Padua, Vesalius broke with tradition by personally performing dissections in front of his students rather than delegating to assistants or relying solely on ancient texts. This hands-on approach, combined with detailed anatomical charts he drew himself, captivated his audience and marked a radical shift in teaching methods. The pinnacle of his career arrived at age 28, when Vesalius published his magnum opus, De Humani Corporis Fabrica, on the fabric of the human body, This monumental 7-volume work was the culmination of countless human dissections, offering an unprecedented view of the body's inner workings. Far more than a textbook fabrica, was a masterpiece of art and science featuring exquisitely detailed illustrations crafted by skilled Swiss engravers. These images blending anatomical accuracy with aesthetic elegance depicted muscles, veins, and bones in poses that evoked classical sculpture, transforming the study of anatomy into a visually stunning discipline. This work not only established Vesalius as a scientific pioneer, but also as an artistic innovator, earning him a lasting place in history. Later, he served as the personal physician to Emperor Charles V, navigating the complexities of court life. Until his life took a tragic turn in 1564 with a shipwreck off the island of Zante. The vessel wrecked, leaving him stranded and destitute. He succumbed to the harsh conditions shortly thereafter and was buried in a simple grave by a compassionate local resident, his grand contributions overshadowed by a humble end. The clash between Galen and Vesalius represents a pivotal transition in medical thought from speculative theory to empirical evidence. Galen, relying on his dissections of pigs and monkeys, proposed that the human heart contained tiny pores in the septum between its chambers, allowing blood to flow from the right side to the left to nourish the brain and other organs. This belief, though logical given his limited resources, was fundamentally flawed. Vesalius, through meticulous human dissections, discovered no such pores, casting doubt on Galen's model. This critical observation laid the groundwork for William Harvey, who, in the 17th century, definitively proved the circulatory system with his discovery of blood circulation, a cornerstone of modern physiology. Another striking difference emerged. In their understanding of skeletal structure, Galen asserted that the lower jawbone, or mandible, consisted of 2 separate pieces, a conclusion drawn from his animal studies. Vesalius, however, demonstrated through human specimens that the mandible is a single, unified bone, a correction that highlighted the dangers of extrapolating from non-human anatomy. Beyond these key examples, Vesalius revised numerous inaccuracies in Galen's depictions of internal organs, preheat, muscles, and connective tissues, advocating for a methodology rooted in direct observation. A defining moment in this scientific revolution occurred in 1543, when Vesalius conducted a public dissection in Basel, Switzerland, before an eager audience. This event, coupled with the publication of De Humani Corporis Fabrica, marked a historic shift, elevating medicine from a field of tradition to one of evidence-based inquiry. The journey from Galen's misconceptions to Vesalius's revolutionary insights teaches us the profound value of doubt, curiosity, and relentless scientific inquiry. Galen's era, though rich in intent, was constrained by limited evidence, while Vesalius's bold challenge ushered in a new age of discovery. On this day, we celebrate how Vesalius's legacy continues to thrive in every laboratory, classroom, and operating room across the globe, a timeless testament to humanity's quest to understand itself. If this journey has captivated you, please like, share, and subscribe to join us for more historical adventures.